team's first match at Geodis Park in over a month. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to be back home, and also what you expect to see from Orlando on Saturday?
Yeah, it's been a while since we played at Geodis, so I think we're really looking forward to being in front of our fans. That's something that we've kind of missed. We've missed that, that excitement around us and motivating us. And in this league, it's hard to get results on the road, so it's going to be nice to be back home. And we're extra motivated. We dubbed this Geodis Park the Castle. We want to continue making it a fortress and making it hard for teams to play against us. And what better team to play against than Orlando, who's in a good place right now. They're doing well in Leagues Cup, and it's always a little battle against them, So I think our guys are ready. We've already had a few great days of training, and we're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Teal. It is also 90s night. As one of the veterans, you're a bit of a kid of the 90s. Any fond memories from that decade?
Oh, man, a lot of great memories. I'm actually with my kids right now. We're going back. I don't know if you guys remember, but the show like All That.
Yeah, I do.
Legends of the Hidden Temple, Keenan and Kel, the sketch comedy. So my girls are 7 and 5, and my son's about to be 3, but we got them watching that. So it's kind of like a perfect thing right now with the 90s. Me and my wife have so many great memories of watching stuff when we were younger, or listening to TLC or No Doubt or Boys to Men, or, me and my sister jamming out to all that stuff. So 90s, for me, is the best decade.
Awesome. Thanks, Teal. We'll start with Bob.
Yeah. What did you learn from those 3 losses on the road?
Yeah, I mean, you learn a lot from losses and from wins too. But in particular, I think it's how our group has come together. When things are going great, I think it's easy for everybody to come to training. It's easy for everybody to sit there and be motivated and talk because you're getting wins. But it's when you maybe suffer a few losses. Okay, what's your team really going to be like? And I think we've responded really well in terms of just how we've been communicating the past few days. How guys have been motivating each other. And we know that, hey, these games coming up, they're important. We're leading right into the playoffs, so what better time to, maybe have a couple setbacks to try to course correct as the season's kind of winding down. And I think there's a little bit extra motivation in particular to play at home now and to get wins.
Teal, you've been with BJ now for a little bit.
Yeah.
About almost a year now.
Yeah.
How have you reflected on that time with BJ Callaghan? How do you assess him as a coach, but also as someone you've been working with for a year?
Yeah, is he around here? No. I mean, he's been great. I mean, his attention to detail, his desire to always wanting to learn and grow from whatever standpoint, how he sets us up and prepares us, not only BJ, but Mike Encian and John Bello, how they prepare us for every match. The details that go into Danny Sapero as well. We have a really good organization, and BJ kind of being at the helm and his supporting cast. None of them have egos. They're always there to want to help us as players, and they're straight shooters. As a veteran guy, player who's been around, that's what you want from a coach. You want someone who's going to tell you like it is. And at times you maybe don't want to hear that, but it's coming from a great place. And he just wants you as the individual to be better, and then collectively as a group. So I can't say enough nice things about BJ and the coaching staff.
And then on you personally, you have a contract expiring at the end of the year. Have you had those talks about what's coming next for you personally?
Yeah. No, I haven't had any talks like that, but obviously I still feel good, and I want to play as long as I can. I love it here. My family loves it here. I still feel I have a lot to give, but I realistically don't really think of those things right now. Maybe when the off season comes, we'll start talking about those things. Right now, it's just all in on, okay, what am I going to do with training? How can I help the team perform on the weekend? Those things can kind of get in your head if you start dwelling on them or thinking about them. So I try to just focus on things I can control, and that right now isn't thinking about, okay, what's going to happen next year or 2 years from now.
I imagine it's going to be nice to sleep in your own bed on a match weekend and not live out of a suitcase, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. But anytime we get to, wake up, and praise God for a new day. And I was telling the guys today, it's like, hey, we get to kick a ball around. So even if we're sleeping in a hotel or sleeping in our own bed, we get to wake up and we get to, still play a game and play the game we love. But in particular, nothing's better than playing at Geodis Park.
Not that you want to go through a losing streak, but is adversity a good thing?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely a good thing. I mean, obviously you don't want to keep it going, but I think it builds your character. If you go through certain trials and tribulations, you're able to figure out, okay, how can we get through that the next time it happens? adversity is only good as long as you're adapting to it and learning from it. You know, you can't just say, oh, I love adversity. It's like, okay, well, what do you love about it? And I think for our group, we really like to reflect on, okay, what things have gone well and what haven't. What's our identity and what isn't, and how can we correct that?
Just along those lines, you get punched in the nose.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a value in that going into the playoffs? Life isn't going to be as easy as it was for a lot of this season for this team?
Yeah, around playoff time. I mean, most of these matches now, these last 7, and then also with the Open Cup, I mean, it's got a playoff feel. Playoff atmosphere is going to be there. So kind of getting stunned a little bit makes you realize, okay, these matches are important. We can't take them for granted. It doesn't matter what we've done in the past, yet we've set ourselves up and put ourselves in a good position, but each game matters.
We'll go to Ben on Zoom.
Hey, Teal. You Orlando obviously this weekend, but you played them twice. You played Cincinnati. You have Miami coming up. I guess on one hand you could look at it as just really tough matchups, or you have a chance to not just take 3 points from those, but kind of take 3 points off of teams who are fighting for those same spots. How are you kind of approaching this stretch of games?
Yeah, I mean, the cliche is you take it a game at a time, but that's really all we can do. But I think you brought up a great point. It's not about just the 3 points. I think these are 6-point swings here. So I think it's really important for us to make sure we're taking advantage of each one of these games and knowing that it's going to be a battle. And we're going to need everybody to kind of dig deep and be ready for these games. You know, that Orlando, Miami, these teams need points as well, and we got everything to fight for. So I'm really looking forward to it. This is an exciting time of the season, and I think all the guys are ready and prepared.
And then on the subject of 90s night, I was born in '93. My 9-year-old came home from school the other day and asked me what it was like being alive in the late 1900s. I'm curious for you, obviously with kids, what it's like for you being still a professional athlete and still feeling like a young guy, but also having these kids who have no concept of what mid-30s looks like.
Yeah, they have no concept. That's so funny you bring that up. I mean, like iPhones, you know, if they see like a dial-up phone like in a house or something, they're like freaking out. Like, what is this like ancient device? They think it's from like ancient Egypt or something. So it is really funny, like technology and things like that. I'm glad we were able to live through like kind of like, all right, the .com bubble and internet, but they don't really know. They just assume everything's easy. We can watch any show we want because we have Apple TV and we could stream whatever. I'm like, used to have to go to Blockbuster. We used to have to just watch a commercial, or, you know, if we do have a subscription that doesn't have, you know, ad free, they're freaking out. Like, what are we doing here for 30 seconds? So it is fun, Ben, to see that with our kids, though, for sure.
Jacob on Zoom.
Yeah, Teal, I guess back in May, you obviously went at Orlando City and beat them 3-2 in the U.S. Open. Cup round 16. I guess how important? I guess what maybe lessons, takeaways did you get from that game? And I guess how important was to be able to not only beat Orlando but do so with kind of a lot of younger, maybe some less experienced players.
Yeah, I think that just is a testament to our group that we have a lot of depth. We could take a lot of learning lessons. Obviously, winning that game is important, and the depth that we have. But this is going to be a new team. You know, it's been many months since we've played that game. Orlando's kind of evolved into a different team. We've kind of progressed as a different team. So it's going to be a fun matchup. This time we're going to be at home. So I think we can learn that, we know we can beat them, but we can't take that for granted.
And how much of a goal is just being able to host a playoff game this season, with the 7 games left in the regular season? How much is that, a goal, something that you're fighting for?
Yeah, we want to fight for it. You want to have home field advantage. I don't think there's any way else to kind of mince it, dice it up. I mean, every team is trying to finish in a great position that helps them win a trophy. And for us, I believe that's having teams come here to Geodis Park and have to beat us here at home.
Corey, any 90s trivia for Teal?
Yeah, Coach got 1 out of 3. I fully expect you to do better.
No, I'm not good with trivia, but here we go.
Okay, I'm going to do one nationality question.
I won't know it.
Yeah, I also graduated college in '93, but you have a teammate who was born in '93.
A teammate that is there just one in 93?
I believe so.
Let's see, 93, that put him at 32. Who's 32 on this team? Just one teammate? Oh. Hani?
No, Walker.
Walker is 90. He's the only one.
I
93.
believe so. The Lovitz
Really?
was 91.
He's I know that, and then
Yeah,
Dan's
I'll
older.
look up Hani.
Really? Okay.
But,
Walker. Okay.
Walker-
When was Hani born then? Is he?
95.
He's 95. Okay.
And
Sorry,
Joe
Hani.
is 89, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Joe's old, right?
Yeah, he's way older than me.
All right, I expect you to get this one.
Okay.
What is the stage name of the performer, Robert Van Winkle?
I really don't know.
It's Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. Sorry. Vanilla Ice wasn't my guy. I was into Boys to Men. I know, but no. I mean, I was 8, 9. I'm not listening to Vanilla Ice in the 90s. You know what I mean? I think you got to be born in the 80s to know who Vanilla Ice is. No, you got to be. I think you got to be
All right.
born in the 80s.
Well, you're wearing the Jorts kit.
Yes,
What tennis star of the 90s made Jorts popular?
Andre Agassi.
There you go.
Yeah, I know that one.
Same-
Yeah, I'll
Same
ta-
one
yeah.
that you take out.
Really?
Yeah, same one.
Okay, then I feel good.
All
We
right,
good?
thanks, guys.
Thank you.